Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm LBJ. You're there and I'm here, and you're listening to the Heartfelt Truth. Welcome. Let me start off by saying, as I always do, that I hope my voice finds you in good health, spiritually, mentally, and physically. Not necessarily in that order, but all equally important to help us do this thing we call life. All right, ladies and gentlemen, listen, first of all, let me say thank you. Thank you for allowing me to come into your life for the next few minutes. I hope you find my voice somewhat inspirational, a little motivational, and just gives you another way of looking at things. And with that being said, listen, let me just jump right off real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, I am on my second cup of coffee. I'm a little wired up. I love talking to you fine people here and around the world. And I just want you to understand something. Thank you for allowing me to come into your life for just a few minutes. I know you hear what I have to say. You hear what's on my mind. Sometimes I ramble on. Please forgive me. But it's all good intentions. My thing is that we're in this journey together. And if I can learn something from you, that's great. You learn something from me, that's great. And we just kind of mix this thing together through this thing we call life. So, all right, listen. Ladies and gentlemen, The Heartfelt Truth, 10 Lessons to Live By is out. It's on ebook. It is on Amazon. I want to put it on the onset. I'm a little disappointed with some of the printing and some of the proof check reading, editing, but I'll get through that. I just want to let you know that, you know, when you decide to do a little self-publishing and everything, listen, double check your work, do what you got to do. I'm definitely probably going to have to do a little revision on this thing, but if you want to check it out and you want to see where I'm coming from and some of my values and beliefs, things I was raised on, please check it out. It's not a long read. It's actually very short, minimal at best. Of course, it's not about money. It's about sending out a message. So I want you to, if you get a chance, check it out. I was a little disappointed, but, it's a learning process. We're learning as we grow, we get to know. And you know what, if I don't follow my own philosophies, then what's the point? You're going to live, you're going to learn, you're going to fall down, you got to get back up. You can't beat yourself up and stay down there. Believe me, I'm going to tell you right now, the next project that I put out and the next project of that, it's going to get better and better and better. And then one day you're going to sit there and say, whoa, see, you're going to look back and you say, I was over there, but now I'm here. And the one message I want to say real quick too, don't ever think that however you arrive at a certain place and you have certain achievements and you have certain, you've been blessed with certain accolades and positions in your career, in your life. Don't think that you've arrived, because you haven't. You never really, really arrive. You're always evolving, and that's important. All right, so listen, ladies and gentlemen, there's a few things on my mind. I'm trying to change my format. It's not going to be from me just talking and, having my coffee. So I'm a 2-cup guy. But I really, a few things I want to chat. I want to keep you interested. I want to keep you engaged. And I want to put out some information. And I feel I'm a little bit out of block. So here's what I want to do. You got to check out my website. Please, listen, ladies and gentlemen. How can I say this? I want people to send me some feedback, questions, answers, anything. Something that's going to help me, help you, help me. You know what I mean? I want to really just get us on the track. It's a growing process. We're like friends. I want you to help me. And then you can look back and say, I did that. See, I helped out. And that's what it's all about. There's nothing more satisfying and gratifying right? When you're helping someone else. See, the true value of joy and happiness and success is when you can look back on somebody else and you can lend a helping hand and you can get excited over their success. See, most people lose sight of that. You know, they arrive at certain positions in life and status, and they walk around and they poke their chest out and they're like, oh, you know, look at me, look at me. That's not true success, people. I'm sorry. I'm telling you right now. If that's your idea of success, then you're a little confused. You know what I mean? The fact of the matter is, you know, just like it's almost like a parent. You know, you have that child, you raise that child, you feed that child, you take care of that child. Then all of a sudden, when that little guy's out there, or gal, all right, a guy or a gal, and they're out there, you know, playing that sport, they're playing soccer or, you know, baseball, and they hit that ball, and you just get so proud, you're so happy in their joy, and that's success. All right, it's not about money. It's not about, you know, walking around and status and no. That's not it. I might be going off on a tangent real quick, so bear with me. The bottom line is when you get the joy of seeing somebody else happy in their achievements, that's success. I had a young man come up to me the other day, and he just graduated from high school, and I was kind of influential in you know, some of his growth and things like that. He came up to me the other day and he said, you know, LBJ, listen, I just want to say thank you. You know, he says, I gave him some advice about something, and he says, I'm going to school, you know, I'm taking this class, and I'm excited about it, and I'm following your advice, and I just want to say thank you. Man, do you know how that made me feel? Just short of hugging this guy, all right, and really being excited for him, that's success. You've done something. You've helped catapult someone else forward. I know I'm leaning on this thing too long. I'm telling you, that's what it's all about. I can't help it. And that's what I'm all about. So I just thought it was very important to share that. I don't know where I was going with that one. But anyway, but I just want to be, you know, as motivational as I can and inspirational. And that's it. I want somebody to inspire me. Ladies and gentlemen, send me an email, contact me, you know, subscribe to, you know, LBJ, The Heartfelt Truth, please, so I know where I'm at. I know I get the downloads. I have like over 4,500 downloads, and I just want to say thank you to you people, family, friends, people that tap onto this thing. You're my friend. I just want you to know that. Because you've given me a shot and you listen at me. And listen, sometimes you're going to say, all right, there's LBJ, he's going off a little bit. But with that being said, we're all in this thing together, and I just want to say thank you. So what I want to do is I want to level a few things up. So I'm in a process of trying to figure out how to, you know, to tweak this whole podcast thing. There's no bells and whistles and, you know, sirens and all that kind of stuff. I don't have that. I don't have time for that. But I definitely want to, you know, change and open up the floor. I want to get some people's opinion. I want some people's advice. I want feedback from the audience. So I'm trying to work on all that. We're all, you know, this is what we do. One thing real quick. You know, I heard something on a radio the other day, and it's not my conversation. It's not my question, but it is definitely a debatable thing. Someone is trying to campaign for the fact that people, couples, or young people that don't have any children, they don't think that they should be allowed to go to theme parks. And I was like, what? So in other words, you're saying Six Flags, Disneyland, Disney World, there's a whole Great Adventure, all these little places, they're saying that people without children should not be allowed to go there. And I that struck me kind of strange. I mean, the whole idea of a theme park and an action park is to get away and to escape and have fun. You know, and if you have young people who are in their 20s and 30s who decided not to have children, you're telling me that for the rest of their existence that they can't go to a theme park? I'm going to have to pass on that one. I think that's a little far-fetched. Then Could be also someone just, trying to gain a little attention and conversation. I get it, Now, listen, people, if you're going to the theme park and you don't have any children, then you have to be a little bit courteous and you have to be a little understanding, because the little tykes can be, they can be challenging. Mine are no longer little, but the little tykes can really, really test your nerves. And if you don't have them, they don't belong to you. It makes it even worse. You're looking at that kid and you're like, oh my God, they're not doing a damn thing with that kid. So it's kind of funny. But anyway, that's a crazy conversation. I think it's totally off the beaten path. But, makes for good talk. All right. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, please, thank you for listening to me. All right. Thank you for allowing me to ramble on a little bit. LBJ, The Heartfelt Truth, 10 Lessons to Live By, ebook. Check it out. Don't go into a place from judgment. Just check it out. If I work on some of the stuff, I'm going to give away a bunch of it, so we can do that. I wrote some things down here real quick. I'm looking. I think that's where we are. I think that's it. I'm working on trying to figure out how to get some guests on the show. Just people in random. I mean, I have college athletes, I have musicians, I have authors, I have all these people that I can put on my show, and I just have to figure out how. And it's just coming from another perspective, just coming from an idea. Because here's my thing: if you have goals and dreams and aspirations and things of that nature, and you achieve a certain amount of success, and then you move on to the next thing, I've always been intrigued in how do you get there? What is the mindset? What exactly do you have to do? What preparation do you have to take to achieve some of these things? I mean, here's a young woman who was just seconds, minutes, minimals, seconds off of be going to the U.S. Olympic team. I got a guy who's a musician who's playing with legendary bands. I got a guy who has spoken with and written about legendary wrestlers. And things of that nature. And I just want to know, I want to pick their brain because no matter what, even I'm still learning, people. I love learning. And that's it. I just love learning. All right, listen. I went off on a tangent. I know. There are people that I know. People are looking and say, LBJ, where are you going with this? So, my point being is thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for allowing me to come into your life for the next few minutes, or the last few minutes, I'm sorry. And as I always say, please, take care of yourself. Take care of your families, because family is important. And if you see someone that needs a helping hand, stick yours out and help them. I believe this one act really, really will make the world a better place. And it's going to be one of those things that help you on your journey to becoming the best person that you were meant to be. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm LBJ. You're there, and I'm here. And you've been listening to The Heartfelt Truth. We will talk again.